Darrell Lane Castle is an American political activist and attorney from Memphis, Tennessee. He is the presidential nominee of the Constitution Party in the 2016 presidential election, and was the party's vice presidential nominee in the 2008 presidential election. Early life and education. Castle grew up in northeastern Tennessee in a small town near Kingsport. He attended Catron High School and East Tennessee State University, graduating from each in 1966 and 1970, respectively. At ETSU, he earned a B.S. double majoring in political science and history. Castle then became a commissioned officer in the U.S. Marine Corps, serving for 4 years and attaining the rank of first lieutenant. He cites his military service as fostering his belief that war should not be entered into capriciously nor without congressional approval. After his discharge, he returned to ETSU and began his graduate study of history. He then attended the law school at University of Memphis, then known as Memphis State University, and earned his Juris Doctor in 1979. Castle has a strong Christian religious ethic, according to his official biography. He has served as a deacon and deacon chairman in his local church. In 1998, he and his wife founded Mia's Children Foundation, a Christian mission in Bucharest, Romania which ministers to homeless Romani children. Law career. Upon receiving his JD in Memphis, Castle became an attorney. In 1984, he opened a private firm which later grew into Darrell Castle and Associates. Since then, Castle has opened firms in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Detroit, Michigan, and Kansas City, Missouri. His firms focus on consumer bankruptcy and personal injury, but also represent clients in the areas of Social Security, disability and workers' compensation. Political involvement. At the 2008 Constitution Party National Convention in Kansas City, Missouri, Baptist pastor Chuck Baldwin defeated former Assistant Secretary of State for International Organization Affairs Alan Keyes to win the party's nomination. The party then nominated Castle to the ticket as its vice presidential candidate. Baldwin had been the Constitution Party nominee for vice president in 2004. At the 2012 Constitution Party National Convention in Nashville, Tennessee, Castle declared his candidacy for the party's presidential nomination 1 day prior to the nomination vote, citing requests from several delegates that he seek the nomination. He finished as runner-up to former United States Congressman Virgil Goode, who won the nomination on the first ballot. Castle is the former national vice chairman of the Constitution Party. 2016 presidential campaign. Castle was a candidate for the Constitution Party's 2016 presidential nomination, but withdrew his candidacy in January 2016 because of unspecified health concerns. However, on the eve of the 2016 nominating convention, Richard Winger of Ballot Access News reported that Castle had re-entered the nomination process. On April 16, 2016, Castle secured the presidential nomination for the Constitution Party. He has vowed, if elected, to get the United States out of the United Nations and NATO. Our borders are worth defending. If we can secure the borders of Korea and Germany, then we can secure the borders of the United States, said Castle. He made no reference to previous health concerns. Castle's campaign has received the endorsement of the Georgia Right to Life PAC. As of June 30, 2016, Castle had raised $10,289. Polls. Castle's campaign has seen limited inclusion in polls. In various state polls, he has received between 1% and 3%. Political positions. In an interview with Liberty Hangout, Castle has said he is more libertarian than 2016 Libertarian presidential nominee Gary Johnson. He describes himself as pro-life and opposes federal funding of Planned Parenthood. He opposes the war on drugs. When it comes to prostitution, gambling, smoking, polygamous relationships, or any other activities made by consenting adults, Castle says he sees no role for the federal government to get involved. He favors securing the borders. He describes himself as having a non-interventionist foreign policy. He favors the United States withdrawing from the United Nations, NATO, TPP, NAFTA, CAFTA, GATT, and WTO. He favors ending the Federal Reserve.